Alright my friends, in the last video we have added some style for our navigation. It's time for us to talk about the saved reducer, because the saved right here will display it's gonna display an information, so that's why it's need its own reducer. Make sense? And the place to create our reducers, it's here inside the reducers file. Here we have our course list reducer, and we can close it up, right? And here below it I'm gonna define another reducer, and it will be just a function. Let's call it savedList. All right, it will be equal, and this will also get the state, and it should equal to the initial state. We are gonna do the exact same things, because I have told you previously we are gonna repeat ourselves a lot. Alright, and here we also should receive an action. This will happen for any reducer. It will be a function, and it will receive these two parameters. Now what we want to do, here I'm just going to return by default the state. Alright, and here inside our save list, what it's going to do, it will be only an array of items. Alright, because we are only displaying here a list of items. There is nothing more than this. There is no input, no forms, no any kind of stuff like that. So it will be an empty array. Alright, so since I have used my save list here, or at least use the initial state right here, or I'm gonna return a value from the save list, so I have to define that value right here inside our initial state. So I'm just gonna say saved equal, or it's an empty array, because once again if I refresh the application, you will see we will start with 0 items in our saved array, and this is exactly what I'm going to do. But if we have some action was triggered like the save, then we are gonna update this array, and we will show you later on how you can update this array. So this is really it, the saved reducer. It's a very simple one, but later on it will be more complicated than what we have right now. However, if I go back to our saved component like this, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to display some information. So here, first of all, I have to connect it to Redux. So I'm just going to say import. This is something that we have did a lot. So I'm just going to import my connect function from react-redux, right? And now I have to wrap this component with this function connect, and this will ask us for the first parameter, because we want to go ahead and grab our saved array from it. So here we have to go ahead and create that function. So I'm just gonna say get saved from store, or call it whatever you wish. Here it's gonna get the state as a parameter, and here I'm just gonna return an object that has the saved items, and we can access it from state dot, and here we have to give it the name of the reducer. In this case it is the saved list, but remember, before you give it the name you have to combine it. All right, so it will be accessible in the store. So I'm just gonna say saved list. All right, makes sense? Here we are giving the save list the reducer to our store. All right, so it will be accessible inside our save list component. All right, so here we have to say state dot the name of the reducer, in this case saved list, then the name of the property, which is the saved. Make sense? So saved list dot saved, which is the name of our array, and here I'm just gonna pass it get saved from store, and here we can go ahead and destructure the saved, all right, from our from this props, and here we can log it. Let's see what we are gonna get. If we get an empty array, then we are good to go. If we get not an empty array, then we are not good to go. So I'm gonna open it up here in the web browser, open the console, and let's open that here, and let's see the console, and indeed we got an array with empty items. So this is exactly what I was looking for. Now we have connected the saved list to the reducer, store, and here we have created also our reducer. What we want to do, we want to go ahead and think about actions, how we are gonna create actions and how we can add them. So hopefully that makes sense. Thank you my friends so much for watching. See you in the next one.